Yeah, I think it's a really good place to start, and I think it's always worth remembering when we're discussing the bill kind of how this has come about. And what happened, I mean, long and short is there'd been obviously a Conservative government for quite a long time, and by the end of it we weren't seeing the raft of legislation that we had seen in the early days, and a lot of the legislation we did see was reactive to things like the Me Too movement, for example.
So the Employment Rights Bill has really arisen as a result of a number of different factors that we've seen over the past probably 5 or 10 years. There have been different pressures around flexible working, around zero hours contract, and really this has all culminated in Labour coming into power.
Labour, before it was in power, promised to enhance worker protection, increase job security, with a view ultimately to improving standards of living, particularly across the low paid and insecure work sector.
They didn't feel that what they referred to as the outdated employment laws were fit for the modern economy. So of course, politically, the Labour Party were very keen to address that. So they announced the Employment Rights Bill in their manifesto. It was quite front and centre in the election campaign, and I think that was quite refreshing. And I would say that, wouldn't I, as an employment lawyer, the public was interested and engaged in these issues. And I think that had partly come about because in the pandemic with furlough, of course, employment law is actually the talk of, is in the public conversation all the time. And so they announced that within the first 100 days of government, they would bring out the Employment Rights Bill.
It's been described as the biggest upgrade to employment rights in a generation, so it is an extremely important piece of legislation.
It's a bit rushed, if truth be known. That's why there are a lot of outstanding points. So little tweaks are coming out all the time. But the key here is that the Labour government feel that the laws we have at the moment do not strike the right balance between worker protection and flexibility for employers. They feel it's gone too far one way.
Their new manifesto that they have and the promises that they've given to really make work pay, essentially to make work better and fairer, as they see it, for employees.